Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in lovely professional university Edu-Webinars. My name is Dalvinder Kaur and I'm your host for today's webinar. As I can see, people are still joining, so let's wait for a few more minutes so that everyone can join. Till then, let me take you all on a virtual tour of our beautiful university. So here it is.
Finishes on 90 meters, 23.
Thanks everyone for calling. So let's talk about the call response, especially on option C. Is this video real or AI? No, this video is absolutely real video. No AI is harmed in making this video. So for the people who wants to see this video again, I'll share the link in the chat box later in 2-3 minutes. So as I can see, everyone has joined. So our today's topic is AI meets virtual reality. Careers of the future starts here. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the expert of the day, Dr. Sukanta Ghosh, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Applications, Lovely Professional University. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to request everyone for any question you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. Now I'm going to hand over this session to our expert, Dr. Sukanta Ghosh, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from him. Over to you, Dr. Sukanta.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great pleasure to welcome you all to today's webinar on one of the most exciting technological revolution of our time. That is AI met virtual reality. Career and future starts here. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. I hope that my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, screen is visible. You can continue.
So first of all, I sincerely thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to interact with such a great audience. So whether you are a student or you are a researcher, or you might be doing something, you might be uh, developing, or you might be looking into AR, or you might be talking about AR, or you are someone who is very curious about emerging technologies. So today's session has something valuable for you. So today, I don't just want it to be a very technical session. Instead, I want us to take a journey together, a journey into the future. Before we begin, I would like to ask you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine waking up 10 years from now. You might be putting a lightweight pair of smart glasses. Then Your room suddenly transforms into your workplace. Your colleagues from different countries appear beside you like they are sitting in front of you. Your AI assistant has already summarized your email, has already prepared your presentation, has already scheduled your meetings, and even reminded you about your health. You are attending a meeting inside a virtual conference, okay, into a virtual conference room where everyone feels physically present. After work, you visit a virtual hospital where an AI doctor explains you the medical report using a 3D model of your own body. Later in the evening, your child attended school not through Zoom, but inside an immersive classroom where dinosaurs are walking around the room, planets they are revolving around overhead, and every science experiment happens safely into the virtual lab. Now, let me ask you, does this sound like a science fiction? Many people would say yes. Most of us will say yes, it might be a science fiction, but surprisingly, most of these technology already exist today. Some are being tested, some are already available commercially. Okay, some are being used by the companies like Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Apple, Siemens, BMW, and many others. The future is not coming. The future has already started. And the biggest opportunity lies not only in using this technology, but in building them. This is exactly what today's webinar is about. Today, we shall explore what is an artificial intelligence, what exactly it is, what virtual reality actually means, why combining these two technologies is changing every industry, which new careers are emerging, what skills students should learn today, and finally, how each of you can prepare yourself for this exciting future. I encourage everyone to stay with me until the very end because the opportunities we are going to discuss today may completely change the way you are thinking about your career. Okay. So, so when you hear the word artificial intelligence, what comes in your mind? Usually people think about ChatGPT, robots, self-driving cars, face recognition, maybe recommendation system, smart assistants. Similarly, when you hear the term virtual reality, we imagine gaming. We imagine people are wearing the headset. We are imagining the 3D worlds, some immersive experiences. But today, I want to show you something much more bigger. Artificial intelligence and virtual reality are no longer separate technologies. They are becoming partners. Think of AI as the brain and VR as the body. Separately, they are useful. Together, they became intelligent living environments. Imagine entering a classroom. Instead of watching a teacher explain the solar system on blackboard, you actually stand on Mars. You see Earth rising on the horizon. You can walk around Saturn rings. You ask questions. An AI teacher immediately answers them according to your learning speed. Remember, according to your learning speed. This is not only education. This is an intelligent education. This is the power of AI plus VR. Now let's understand why this combination is so revolutionary. So throughout history, every industrial revolution changes human civilization. The first industrial revolution mechanized the production system. The second one introduced the electricity. The third brought the computers and the internet. And today we are living in the fourth industrial revolution. This revolution is powered by artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics, cloud computing, blockchain, digital twin, virtual reality, augmented reality, generative AI, and spatial computing. Unlike previous revolution, this one is little different. Why? Machines are no longer just working, they are learning. Machines are reasoning. Machines are creating. Machines are interacting. And they are changing everything. Now, let me give you an interesting example. Imagine learning how to drive. Okay, this is a very simple example. Traditionally, what you do, you would sit inside a real car. You're going to make mistakes. And if you commit mistakes, the risk is simple. Or you damage the car. Now imagine learning inside a VR. Okay, your experience are going to rain. Okay, traffic is there, night driving is there, highway is there, emergency braking is there, crossings are there, but all inside a safe virtual environment. Okay, now you add AI into it. The AI continuously observe your driving. It notices where you are struggling. It can notice that you are struggling in parking. It can it can automatically create 10 additional parking exercises for you. It can predict your weakness even before your driving test. This is known as personalized intelligent learning. Now, no human instructor can continuously monitor you. No one can do that with such a precision. This is why AR and VR is becoming so powerful. Let's take another example. A medical student. Traditionally, they study autonomy using books, maybe some plastic models, okay, maybe some cavaders. There you go. But imagine entering a VR operating theater. The human heart is floating in front of you. You enlarge it, you rotate it, you enter inside the blood vessels, you watch the circulation. Then AI began asking questions. Identify the blocked heart. Your answer, then AI again evaluate it. If you are wrong, it explain you why. Then it gives you another case. Now the learning became more active rather than passive. This is already happening in several medical universities at a world level. Okay. So think of similarly, you think of some industry. Factories are becoming digital. Before building a new manufacturing plant, companies now create a virtual version. Engineers walk through the factory before it physically constructed. AI predicts the bottleneck. We are obviously visualize them, and millions of dollars can be saved using this technique. The biggest takeaway from this particular slide is that artificial intelligence is changing how machine thinks. Virtual reality is changing how human experience. And together they are changing how the world works. And whenever technology changes, remember, career also changes. This is why understanding AR and VR together is like understanding computers in 1990s. Those who learn computers early became software engineers. Those who understand AR and VR today are going to build tomorrow's industry. Okay. Now, remember, the fourth industrial revolution is about immersion. Now, to understand the future, we must first understand the past. Technology evolves in waves, and every wave transforms the society. Now, let's brief the travel through the history. The first wave was mainframes. During 1960s and 1970s, computers were big, enormous machines. Only governments, universities, large corporations could afford them. People didn't own their own computers. They visit computer centers. Computing was centralized, very expensive, and very limited. Then came the second wave, the personal computing. During 1980s, computer entered our homes. People like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, they transformed the computing into a personal experience. Suddenly, a student could write their assignment with help of computer. Business can maintain their records on computers. Designers could create some good graphics. Programmers could develop software from homes. Entire industry changed. The third wave, that is the internet. Now, what internet has done? Internet has actually connected billions of people. Information became global. Email replaced the letters. Online shopping replaced the physical stores. Social media transformed the communication. Companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, they became global giants because of this internet wave. Then the fourth wave, mobile computing. Smartphone places the supercomputer inside your pocket. Today, almost everyone carries more computing power than the computer used during the Apollo moon mission. Think about it. Navigation, photography, banking, entertainment, healthcare, everything is in your pocket. Then came the fifth wave. Cloud computing removed the hardware limitation also. Instead of buying expensive servers, now business can rent the computing power. Startups can compete with multinational companies because of this. Artificial intelligence models contain millions of parameters are trained using the cloud servers. Without cloud computing, modern AI would not exist. Then the sixth wave. Now enter in today's revolution, that is AI plus VR plus spatial computing. Instead of interacting through screens, we interact with the space itself. Instead of clicking icons, we we want to interact naturally. Instead of typing, we want to speak. Instead of reading information, we want to experience that information. This is called spatial computing. Think about navigation. Earlier maps were on the paper. Then came Google Maps. Now tomorrow what will be? It will be wearable smart glasses. Arrow directly appears on the road. Building identifies themselves. Restaurant display menu automatically. Your AI assistant tells you, turn left by 20 meters. This is immersive computing. So let's discuss the market. Why should students care about this? Because technology creates employment. The global AI industry is expected to exceed $1 billion before the end of this decade. The extended reality ecosystem, which include virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality, is also projected to grow into the market with hundreds and billions of dollars. Whenever industry expand at this scale, they create a demand for skilled professional in the software engineering, in AI model development, in 3D content creation, in human-computer interaction, in cybersecurity, in healthcare technology, in digital twin technology, simulation engineering, and immersive user experience design. This is why learning AR and VR is not simply about mastering a new software. It is about positioning yourself for one of the fastest growing employment ecosystem in the world. Okay, now consider another example. Imagine an architect is designing a hospital. Traditionally, the architect student studied two-dimensional blueprint, that blue color, and on that blue color some white lines are there. So clients often struggle to visualize the final building. They understand the blueprint, but if you don't understand the concept of the blueprint, you cannot imagine that what will be the final output. Now just imagine a VR headset. You can walk through the hospital before a single brick is laid. You can notice the emergency entrance is too narrow or it's too wide. Okay, you can see that how far the operation theater is from ICU. You can feel the congestion, that whether there will be congestion or not into this. So you can see how the things are changing. Okay, The key message from this slide is that each wave of computing has reduced the distance between the human and the technology. Mainframe required expert, personal computers required users, mobile devices became companion. Now AR and VR are becoming the collaborators. And the computer is no longer just a tool, it is an intelligent partner that can understand, assist, and interact with us in an immersive way. Now, so far we have discussed about how computer has evolved from a large mainframe computer to mobile devices and then to the intelligent immersive environment. But the natural question arises, what exactly are artificial intelligence and virtual reality? The terms are used everywhere today. Okay, every news channel they will talk about AI. Every technology company will claim to be using AI. Similarly, virtual reality is becoming a buzzword in gaming, education, healthcare, and manufacturing. Yet many people know the names, but not the technology behind it. Sorry. So before we explore the career and the future opportunities, let's understand this technology in a brief manner. So artificial intelligence. Imagine you are teaching a child to recognize a dog. First time the child will see a dog, they don't know what it is. You're going to point and say, this is a dog. Next day, the child see another dog. Again, you say, this is also a dog. And slowly, the child began noticing the pattern. Dogs have 4 legs. Dog can bark. Dog is having a tail. Dog is having ears. Eventually, without your help, the child recognizes a completely new dog. This is learning. Artificial intelligence work in a very similar manner. Instead of teaching a child, we are teaching a computer. Instead of using experiences, we are using the data from where the computer is going to learn. Instead of memory, we are building mathematical model. So artificial intelligence is simply the science of making machine capable of performing that task which is being done by the human experts. Now what can be those tasks? The task can include recognizing a face, it can include understanding speeches, it includes driving vehicles, diagnosis diseases, translating languages, creating arts, writing software, or in other words, AI enable machine to observe, learn, reason, and act. Now AI is all around you. Many people believe that AI belongs to labs. Actually, you use AI almost every day. When you use Netflix recommend you movies. That is AI. When you use YouTube, YouTube suggests you videos. AI. When Google predict what you want to search, it's AI. When your Gmail filters your spam, it's AI. When your phone is unlocking using your face lock, it is AI. When ChatGPT answer any question, it is AI. When the bank detect a fraudulent transaction, it is AI. So artificial intelligence has quietly become a part of our everyday life. Now comes the machine learning. It is heart of AI. So this one of the biggest branch of AI is basically the machine learning. Instead of programming every rule manually, we allow the computer to learn the pattern. And where the pattern lies? The pattern lies in the data. Let me give you a very simple example. Imagine you want to detect spam from an email. Traditional programmers, they would require thousands of lines of rule to do it. If an email contains these words, if it comes from this address, if it contains this link, if it is having this attachment, so there are thousands of rules. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. The machine learning does something very smarter. Instead, we give computer millions of emails and we label them. This is spam, this is not spam. Now the computer studies these examples and automatically discover the pattern. Over the time, it became better and better. That is why Gmail blocks billions of spam email every day. Nobody wrote billions of rules for it. The machine learned them automatically. This is machine learning. Then you have computer vision. Now, this is, you can say, this is one of my favorite research area, computer vision. Humans see effortlessly, but for a computer, an image is simply millions of numbers representing the pixel intensity. Computer vision allows the machine to understand those pixels. Think about social media. You upload a group photograph, immediately Facebook or Google Photos suggest the name of the people. How they're doing it? Computer vision. Consider agriculture. A farmer take a picture of a diseased leaf. The AI system identifies which disease it is within seconds. What is this? This is computer vision. Think about a hospital. Doctor upload an X-ray. AI detect the early sign of lung cancer. What is this? This is computer vision. Same thing happens in the airports. The security camera identifies the suspicious activity through computer vision. Same happens in autonomous vehicle. The car continuously recognizes the traffic light, bicycle, road, people, animal. Okay, so without computer vision, self-driving car would be impossible. Okay, imagine driving on a highway. Suddenly, a child run across the road. What the human driver is going to do? The human driver take almost 1 second to react. Now, during that 1 second, the vehicle is, remember, the vehicle is traveling 100 km per hour, moves nearly approximately 28 to 30 meters. Now, imagine an AI vision system. It is continuously monitoring the road. The camera captures the dozens of frames every second. The computer model instantly identifies the child. The AI will calculate the trajectory, the braking system will activate immediately and within milliseconds. Okay, so this actually demonstrates how AI assists human decision making in the self, or you can say safety critical scenario. This is the story of Tesla. This is the real world story of Tesla. Then apart from this, we have natural language processing, we have reinforcement learning, we have generative AI, the chat GPT which we are using, that is generative AI. Now let's enter into the virtual reality. Okay, this is the second major technology. Okay, now close your eyes for a moment and just imagine standing at the edge of Himalayas. I might be sounding very weird, okay, but just imagine. You can hear, you're hearing the wind. The snow is surrounding you. You look down and you see a deep valley. Your heart rate increases, even though you are physically standing in a classroom. This is immersive sensation. This is what virtual reality seeks to create. Unlike watching a video on the screen, VR places the user inside the digital constructed environment through a head-mounted display, motion tracker, spatial audio, interactive controller, a system that creates the illusion of presence. The goal is simple: to make your brain believe that you are somewhere else. Now, let me shift to the, where is the, this we have already discussed. Okay, this we need to discuss. Okay, now when you talk about the real world application areas of VR, okay, it is used in education, it is used in healthcare sector, it is used in manufacture sector. I've given you multiple examples of it. Multiple examples I've given you. Now let me give you some different kind of examples. Okay. Now see, the industry which are currently the examples which I've given you, most of the examples are already, you can say, implemented. Okay, and these are some of the examples which are right now being implementing with the passage of time. That is, the first is smart cities and architecture. Imagine designing an entire city. The urban planner must consider traffic flow, the traffic safety, the green spaces, utilities, environmental sustainabilities. Okay, this is possible. This is only possible with help of VR. Otherwise, once you develop the things, then it is not possible. To break it again and to again redevelop it, it is not possible. Same thing happens with retail and e-commerce. Okay, you purchase something online. Now you want to actually view them on your, like, you want to feel them. So who is going to help you out? VR systems. Same with the gaming industry. Now imagine an intelligent non-playing character. So instead of scripted dialogues, okay, what they're doing, they're adapting according to the game. Their expressions are changing according to the game. They're negotiating, they are collaborating. Okay, so this is possible only with help of AR, VR. Then we have this defense system. Okay, now let's talk about something in which you are mostly interested. That is emerging career opportunities. One of the biggest misconception among the students is that AI will eliminate all jobs. History tells us something very different. Every major revolution has automatically created some new tasks. For those new tasks, we need new profession. So let them explore one by one. So the first job, that is AI engineer. An AI engineer, they develop intelligent system capable of learning from data. Their work includes designing machine learning model, training neural network, deploy AI application, and optimizing the performance. They contribute to their products such as recommendation system, fraud detection, autonomous vehicle, intelligent assistance, etc. We have machine learning engineers. These machine learning engineers, while AI is broad discipline, machine learning engineers specialize in development of algorithms. Okay. Then comes your computer vision engineer. So computer vision engineer enable machine learning to interpret the visual information. Their work basically include image classification, object detection, facial recognition, medical image analysis, autonomous navigation, industrial inspections. Then VR developer. The VR developer create immersive virtual environment using platforms such as Unity and Unreal Engine. Their response include designing interactive simulation, educational environment, game industrial training system, collaborative virtual places, and many more. Then comes your XR designer. These XR designer, also known as extended reality designer, they focuses on creating intuitive and engaging immersive experiences across virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. They combine the technical understanding with help of creativity. Then obviously AI prompt engineer, it is also required. Then digital twin engineer. Then we have human AI interaction specialist. Then so there are so many job opportunities in the field of in this particular field. Now, what are the skills which are actually required at your end? Or you should say, what are the skills which are required to have these careers? First is the technical foundation. In case of technical foundation, you should have good knowledge of Python programming, machine learning framework like TensorFlow, PyTorch, Unity, Unreal, and 3D models. Then you should have immersive design thinking, user experiences design for spatial environment, interaction design, and human-computer interaction principles. Then you should have domain expertise. Domain expertise means if you're working in healthcare sector, you should have the knowledge of healthcare. If you're working in education sector, you should have the knowledge of education. If you're working on manufacturing sector, you should have the knowledge of that. Then obviously you should have the basic understanding of ethics and responsibility. Here's come the understanding AI biases, data privacy, societal impact, how this is going to impact on the environment, on the people. That understanding, that differentiation you should have in your mind. Now, obviously, there are certain challenges which need to be addressed before we deep dive into this world of VR. That is privacy and data security. This is wherever AI comes into the picture, this has to be maintained. We have to ensure that the AI VR tools are available to all. Okay, it should be accessible to all. It should not be privileged to few ones. Then obviously the automation is not going to take your jobs. The automation are going to reshape the role. You need to reskill yourself. Okay, and obviously you have to be a responsible AI manager. You have to like the things related to biasness, transparency, and there should be an accountability that should be built around your system, the system which you are creating. Okay, so if I want to conclude this, okay, I would be concluding in a very different manner. Okay, I would like to thank you for your time, for your attention, and for your energy throughout this session. I hope this webinar has demonstrated that artificial intelligence and virtual reality are far more than technological trends. They are basically transforming the industry. They are redefining the professions. They are creating the opportunities that were never ever existed before. Now, if remember that every expert was once a beginner, every breakthrough started with a curiosity, and every future leader choose to learn before everyone else. Okay, so with this, thank you everyone, and I would now be very delighted to take your questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sukanta. So it was wonderful session. Can we take questions, Dr. Sukanta, now?
Yes.
Thanks for giving me a chance to address your questions. Khushbu is with us. Khushbu is asking, sir, what skills should students develop if they want to work with AI and VR in the healthcare industry?
For healthcare industry, first of all, you should have the domain knowledge of healthcare industry. For example, you are working with cancer diagnosis, so you should know how the cancer is causing, what are the remedies, what doctors do, what are the different techniques of detecting cancer, what are the different techniques for treating. This is domain knowledge, complete domain knowledge, plus the knowledge of programming, at least one programming knowledge. Mostly it is Python. In 99% of the cases, everybody will recommend you to go for Python. And definitely after that, you need the AI skills. And obviously, if you are building some kind of VR system, then obviously VR skills is required.
So I hope, Khushbu, you got your answer from our expert. So Gaurav is asking, which skills should the students develop to build a successful career in AI and VR?
For AI and VR, first of all, the basics, the fundamental of machine learning, deep learning, computer vision. These are like, if you are comfortable with this, then obviously you would be like, the AI part is done. And then if I talk about VR, you should learn Unity first. Once your Unity is clear, okay, then means once you're comfortable with Unity, then obviously you can implement the things, because in Unity, most of the tools like glasses, like your VR headset, all those simulators are available. So once you learn Unity, you can learn VR very easily.
So I hope Gaurav, you got your answer. So Adarsh is with us. Adarsh is asking, what is the roadmap for BCA student to get into AI domain, specifically landing a good job?
Okay, for AI, see, if I divide the into 3 years, BCA, first year, second year, and third year, I'm dividing into form of year. In first year, the student should be comfortable with machine learning. By the end of second year, the student should be comfortable with computer vision, natural language processing, and large language models, fundamentals of large language model. By the end of the third year, the student must develop the project on this your LLMs, large language models. And if they are able to do this, they are very much placeable in the industry.
So Prashant Sinha is with us. Prashant is asking, if one wants to pivot into robotics after BTech CSE, which obviously is deeply integrated to AI, how do we do that? What should be the path after CS?
Okay, I can read the question because I'm able to in between the mic.
Prashant Sinha.
If one want to pivot into robotics after BTech CSC, which obviously is the deep integration of AI, how would you do? Should be the path after CSC. See, after CSC, you should learn electronics first because electronics is the basis of robotics. So once you are comfortable with the electronics, then you have to learn algorithm development. When you are comfortable with algorithm development, then you have to integrate both the things. Okay, for a CSC student, doing this would not be a very difficult task.
So I hope, Prashant, you got your answer from our expert, Dr. Sukanta. And Sahajpreet is with us. Sahajpreet is asking, what is the roadmap of BBA students?
BBA is completely a management field, okay, but still you can implement like you can basically use AI for business analytics. Okay, that would be much more better for you. You should go into the field of business analytics. That would be very much helpful for you.
Okay, Adarsh Rao is asking, could you guide more about projects and a specific platform to get full content?
Full content, basically, if you talk about full content, you actually learn from the experiences. You can get the basic content, basic foundation. There are multiple courses on Coursera. You can join a university to learn AI and VR. Okay, and about the project, see, the form of the project is going to change every year. Okay, this year, if I'm recommending you a project, next year that project is going to change. Okay, because project actually depend on what industry is requiring. Like if the government is asking for smart cities, then the project must be based on smart cities. If right now, if you see, it's all about like safety. People are talking about safety everywhere. So your project should have that that cyber security proof where it is like it is safe from cyber attacks. Such kind of system, such kind of project. Like you can integrate computer vision and cyber security together. Okay, like we are using face locks. Okay, you can safeguard more about that. We are using fingerprints in the Aadhaar card. You can come up with project related to safety of those fingerprints. Such kind of projects are very helpful.
Yes, I hope, Adarsh, you got your answer from our today's expert. So if anyone have any question regarding the admission, they just write on us at admissions@lpu.co.in, and you can do WhatsApp chat with us. Our WhatsApp number is 985256900. I'm repeating the number. It's 985256900. So our attendees are Abhishek Rana, Naveen Mishra, Shubh Kumar, Siddharth, Abhya, Adarsh Roy, Khushbu, Neela Vinod, Prashant Sinha, Ritika, Sahajpreet, Shubham Kumar, and Siddharth. If you have any question, so our expert Dr. Sukanta is with us. You can write in the chat box or you can raise your hand. I'll allow the mic and you can directly talk to sir. Right? So just wait for 1 minute if anyone have any question, Dr. Sukanta. Okay, as Prashant Sinha is asking, as CS students, are there certifications that we must earn outside of our curriculum in college in AI?
See, for this, there are multiple certifications which are provided by the like company like Capgemini gives some certification. Microsoft is having AI certification. You can do those certifications. Though obviously certifications are very helpful because once you do those certifications, okay, you are basically an entitled like AI expert. Okay, but more than certification, you should have the knowledge of it. Even if you do not have the certification, you can sit into any interview and you can crack. But certification gives you one edge ahead. Okay, So I definitely recommend you for certification from Microsoft, and there are certain certifications from Honeywell. They are absolutely good when it comes about AI.
Dash is again asking, should we go for masters after BCA, or can prioritize making the real world applications as you mentioned?
After BCA, if you are like making real world applications, why you're not going for MCA? Okay, that would be a better option. You can actually in MCA is all about implementing what you've learned in the BCA. BCA is like a foundation. Okay, you learn the foundation, and on that foundation, during MCA, you actually create your building. Okay, so if you are going for real world application, why not why not MCA after BCA? Okay, you should definitely go for MCA, because after MCA, you would be having the foundation, you would be having the projects in your hand, and then when you are sitting in front of any company, definitely you are placeable. This is the best combination.
Yeah, I hope everyone got their answer from our today's expert, Dr. Sukanta Ghosh. So thank you so much once again to our expert, Dr. Sukanta. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, under admissions, then LPU Edu-Webinars. You will find the past and the upcoming webinars, and you can be assessed this webinar, this video later on the YouTube. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I will be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a beautiful day.